There's no greater feeling as a coach than to see your players find success in something that they can share in together. Their genuine love of the game, work ethic, and team chemistry elevated us to overcome some early season adversity. As optimistic as we were when we started the season, we were predicted to finish 4th in the conference. At the halfway point of the conference season, we were 4-3 and tied for 3rd place with 2 other teams. Our climb to the top was about being the best team one game at a time and keeping our focus on playing present and committing to the controllables. Our team really started to turn the corner both on and off the floor, and we were able to shift our focus from trying to be perfect to pursuing excellence. Excellence is different than perfection because there is struggle in excellence. There is failure, but it's also where the growth happens. It's the pursuit of excellence because you can't arrive. It's about the journey. I couldn't be more proud of the journey this year's team had to finding success together. During the game, everyone is watching the players on the floor. If you want to know what kind of team you have, watch the players on the bench during the game. That will tell you a lot about your team. The job of the leader of a program is not to create more followers. It's to create more leaders. Our program has always emphasized the importance of being a servant leader, which means the leaders in our program are the ones that are going to carry equipment, put the basketballs away, and pick up the locker room. On good teams, your captains do these things. On great teams, everyone does it. Being a great teammate, being coachable, and doing your best are 3 simple standards that our Lady Badgers basketball players have passed on to each other year after year. Our program has been fortunate to have so many supportive parents and families over the years that have bought into what we are trying to do. Our players are great teammates, they are coachable, and they do their best. That is something that would be great to take credit for, but those skills and qualities happen at the dinner table with their parents, not with me. The foundation of our program, X and O-wise, has been rebounding and defense, which we feel utilizes these qualities the best. The players flourished in this system as it fit their personality and character so well. Every game we were going to defend and rebound and let the offense come to us. Amazing how much offense came from our defense and rebounding. The Union Grove games are always circled on our team calendar. They have been the top program in our conference, and we have had a great and intense rivalry with a lot of mutual respect between the 2 programs. We knew our composure was going to be key. Composure is your ability to keep your mind on the right things all the time, and playing present is your ability to be in the moment. When you combined all your focus, along with being in the moment, you are able to play to your potential. Our game versus Union Grove really showed our team playing to our potential. I was so proud of our poise and our ability to be quick but not hurry. Our next play mentality and mistake response showed our experience, grit, and toughness. Chloe had a standout game for us, scoring a career-high 18 points in the biggest game of the year and her career up to that point. Some people struggle because they play in the past or the future. That is where the pressure is. Chloe has always been able to play in the present moment, which allows her to know what we need from her each game.
I think that the whole team felt the pressure to win this game, and we were all excited to prove that we'd gotten a lot better since our first game against Union Grove. Even during warm-ups, we were all 100% focused and ready to start this game strong. We all came out with awesome intensity in the first few minutes, and the bench was up and screaming during every play like usual. And even though it was an away game, it felt like our fans were the loudest in the gym. I think we can all agree that it felt amazing to beat Grove the way we did at their court, and that win definitely helped us keep our momentum going throughout the rest of our season.
My favorite moment of the season was taking down all the teams in the second half of our season to win conference and winning the first round of regionals. This year we had such great team chemistry. It was so much fun with all the girls. There was never a quiet moment on or off the court. As a senior, my advice is work hard. You never know when it will be your last game, and cherish the moments.
Our team this past season clapped, cheered, and even fist pumped for every single play made on the court. That's only one example of the support this team has for one another. It's easy to overlook the small moments in the season, such as all the hair braiding, clothes sharing, and music playing we do together when we are in season. But when that's all over, I realized how much I miss the girls that made that team into a family.
We had improved at some of the little things, like executing out of timeouts and making the extra pass. Both Ashlyn and Macy had big games with 21 and 20 points respectively, and were playing like two of the best players in the conference. But it was clear to me that both of them and all their teammates had their eyes on the conference championship more than any individual award or accolade.
For me, the beginning of the game was intense because Elkhorn had obviously scouted all of our go-to plays and their posts were really energized. Slowly but surely, their players started getting tired and I was able to get the ball in the middle. Me and Ava were getting in rhythm with inside-out passing and we eventually were able to easily drive through their gaps. In the last few minutes of the game, we were up by 6, and we ran fist, one of my personal favorite plays. And with a solid screen from Chloe and a pinpoint pass from Ashlyn, we were up by 8, giving us a solid lead to win the game and putting us one game away from the conference championship.
I remember the game like it was yesterday. Our families crowding the bleachers. Who needs a fan section when we've got them, right? I'm sure I'm not just speaking for myself when I say that all week I only had my mind on this game. Waterford, our rivals since the 3rd grade. At this point in the season, we had lost a few very tough games. Going into the season, I had one goal for our team, conference champs. I had full belief that with our focus, team chemistry, and hard work, there was no reason we shouldn't be able to win the conference if we put in the effort. I knew that this game would be a deciding factor in our season and success. As always, the butterflies in my stomach cleared the second the first whistle blew. The entire first half was back and forth and back and forth. We're leading, then they're leading. Both teams were playing a great game, and no shot came easy. Our bench was the loudest it had been all season, which, trust me, is hard to beat. And I give all credit to those teammates who kept the girls on the floor going. No matter how tired we were, they gave us new energy to keep pushing. Each time out, we were embraced with a new burst of confidence and excitement from our teammates. When halftime ended, I remember looking at Ava and both of us deciding that we could win this game. It was ours. All we had to do was work together as a team and go get it. And that's exactly what we did. When it came down to the final seconds, everyone from fans to coaches to teammates were giving all they had to bring home a win. But we had all worked so hard for this particular moment that nothing could stop us from winning. The final play I will always be able to remember. A back tip by Ava, a steal from Macy, and most of all, a turnover by Katie Roner. Our bench was all cheers and smiles. My dad tapping his finger to his head, giving me the look, saying, "Be smart, Ashlyn." Aubrey in the crowd completely screaming her head off. When I got fouled on that last play and stood at the free throw line, I couldn't help but smile. We had done it. Each and every one of us had played an equally tremendous role in this game, and most of all, we deserved this win. When the buzzer finally hit, everyone was cheering and hugging and smiling, proud of what we had accomplished.
The Wilmot game was one of the best games of the season. It was so much fun to see all our hard work and dedication pay off. We were all so excited and nervous going into the game as we had a chance at conference champs but had lost to Wilmot in our previous game against them. We went into the game and gave it our all and we won. It was awesome to see how excited everyone was no matter how much time they played. We were all a vital part of that win. That win meant the world to all of us, as not only was it the first girls basketball conference championship in a while, but it was so fun to see how many people came out to watch the game and cheer us on and see the excitement in their faces as we walked off the court.
Something my dad had told me during my playing days was that you should use your emotions to help you play harder and with more intelligence, but not to lose focus on the task at hand. That advice has always stayed with me, and is something we have tried to pass along to our players. This Wilmot game was going to be an emotional game, but our team had bought into how to channel that emotion the right way. Our effort and focus was at its peak. Wilmot, who led our league in scoring at 55 points per game, was held to 31 points that night. But the highlight of the game for me was when I finally got in the locker room after the big win. Ashton was already standing in front of the team, congratulating the outstanding play of Emma and Veronica off the bench, who had come up so big for us in that game. Sometimes as the coach, you need to just get out of the way and let the players take over, because player-led teams always outperform coach-led teams.
This season's basketball team was the best one yet. We had an amazing culture both on the court and in the locker room. Everyone genuinely cared about one another and put in the effort to build an awesome team. We all put so much of ourselves into the game that we could not help but grow closer to those around us as we went through the highs and lows of each game.
Madison East was a very experienced team that plays in one of the best conferences in the state. They were playing with a lot of confidence, but so were we. Ava really had a standout game for us, scoring 25 points and knocking down shot after shot, holding off Madison East's run at the end of the game. As Ava has done for us all season, shooting the ball with confidence and getting our defense started out top. She was able to do all of that while also being under the weather that night. Macy Todd added another great game with 21 points and 12 rebounds. Chloe and Cam each added 14 rebounds to help us dominate on the glass. Unbelievable how our team this year has had different players stepping up each night, knowing exactly what we need from them. Great team win with a packed house in our last home game of the season.
The Madison East game was a special one because the entire team came together and played as one. Every single person was determined to win that game and not let it be the end of our season. It was also special because it felt like the entire town was there cheering us on and creating an atmosphere that was a dream to play in, and it was an amazing game to win with my team. Speaking of my team, I couldn't ask for a better one. I think every girl brings something unique to the team. I love how we're all able to be ourselves when together and mess around and have fun together, but I also love the work ethic that every girl has and that we're able to compete against each other and push each other. Without the efforts my teammates make, I would have no success. And speaking of success, winning a conference championship is a big one. It's a huge reminder that all the hard work we do as a team is worth it. Coach told us that we had to win one game and then no one could stop us, and no one could. I'll never forget the pure joy and excitement I felt with my team and coaches. There's absolutely nothing like it. The conference championship title will forever be with my team, and it's still surreal.
Mary has been with us for 2 years now as our manager. She has always been able to lift the spirits of anyone she is around and fits in our program perfectly with the character and work ethic she brings to everything she does. Bella and Devin both had great seasons on the JV and provided a lift for us when we brought them up to the varsity at the midpoint of the season. Bright futures for both of them in our program. What has always stood out to me about Kaylee is that she truly loves basketball. She has an enjoyment for playing that is contagious. She not only loves the game, she also helped everyone else love it more too in the process. Jenna is a really intelligent basketball player and has a great sense for the game. Jenna really exemplifies how to be very kind-hearted and tough at the same time. Both of those qualities I'm proud to have on our team. Maura brings an enthusiasm and a desire to everything she does. I can't think of a more important skill than the ability to give your best all the time. Maura really brought that to our team and our program. Veronica came up big for us off the bench this year. She continued to get better as the season went on, and it was really influential to our team's 11-game win streak. As her confidence continued to grow, so did our win streak. Jenny's coachability and desire to be coached makes myself and all her coaches feel valued. She's always trying to learn and improve. Jenny really shows how to play 3 sports and do it the right way. Macy Nurnberg was always looking to provide what was best for the team. Her eagerness to be a great teammate was special and unique. These qualities are why the coaches picked Macy for the Lady Badger Award. This award goes to the player we feel represents the qualities of honesty, integrity, leadership, and being a great teammate, all qualities Macy has showed throughout her career. Chloe does all those little things that make up a great team. She's what coaches call a glue player that holds everyone's game together. Tied the Badger record this year for assists in a season and also won our team's Playing Present Award. This is a new award given to the player that the coaches felt was always able to be in the moment and commit to the controllables. Ava's ability to make plays on both ends of the floor really elevated our team to a new level. Hitting clutch shots on offense and getting deflections and steals on defense really made Ava a complete player and made our team go. Ava led our team with 47 made threes, and her great hustle was recognized as our team's Defensive Player of the Year. Macy's daily practice habits have helped her develop into one of the best players in the conference. Macy was able to put skill, athleticism, and desire together to form her game into exactly what we needed from her to help our team be successful. Macy was also selected this year as Co-Player of the Year for our team. Ashlyn was the heart of the team. Her grit, toughness, and desire is what I would want in our floor leader. Point guard comes with high expectations in our program. I am proud to say Ashlyn has continued to set the bar higher. Ashlyn's great season has been recognized as Co-Player of the Year for our team this year. Emma had a great year coming off the bench knowing exactly what we needed. She hit big shots for us, defended, played the point when we needed, always looking to do her best to help our team carry out the game plan. I'm very proud of Emma and the leadership, coachability, and toughness that she brought to our team and program each day. Cameron's presence inside completed our team on both ends of the floor. She was able to play with finesse and toughness, and her success in multiple sports gave her great experience and composure to play well in big games. Cam was able to really connect with younger players in our program and mentor them, and in the end have a positive influence on the future legacy of the program.
I cannot be more thankful for this season and the amazing experiences I've had thanks to our coaching staff and most of all my amazing teammates. I truly believe that our team chemistry, that unbreakable bond between each and every one of us, was what led us to our success this past season. I couldn't ask for any better teammates than the ones I have. Cam and Emma, you guys will be beyond missed. I want to thank both of you for the huge roles you have played in not only this season but many previous ones as well, all the way down to youth ball. Your guys' leadership both on and off the court is truly admirable, and we all cannot wait to see the amazing things you will each accomplish. We wish you the best of luck at college and love you both endlessly. Thank you.
Two things that have really influenced me in my coaching career. The first thing was I learned the game of basketball and the art of coaching from really good people. The second thing is I've had the right coaches with me during that journey as a coach. Our coaching staff has been together for 8 years now, and their loyalty, guidance, friendship, and support of myself and the program continue to make our program better and more influential for the players in it. Together as a staff, we are building something we want our own kids to be a part of. We have been so blessed year after year with players who are great role models for our own kids and all the future players to look up to and try to emulate. I'm so thankful for my wife and family and all the families of our coaches who have sacrificed and supported us in our love of coaching and basketball.
I'm a hill and look at stars. They say stars are way too far, but I know right where you are.
Some things about our team this year. Definitely a very kind-hearted team, but competitive, genuine, great toughness for sure. Very chatty at times, could be silly also when given the opportunity, but we're able to bring that back and be very focused when we need it to be. Many of them, when they would get frustrated, would pull on their ponytail like there was something wrong with it. As a team, we were washing our hands all the time before it was cool to do that, because we knew staying healthy was going to be really important to us. And another thing, their favorite drill this year was it was a half-court drill called FIBA 4-on-4, and the only rule of the drill was that I couldn't say anything, so they obviously loved it. It was a chance for them to just play and not be coached. It was definitely a player-led drill, probably why it was so good. One quick story about this year's team that stood out to me. On a practice that we had over Christmas break, I wasn't real satisfied with the effort that we were giving in practice. Surprise, surprise. And so I asked the team, I said, go in the locker room, talk about it, figure out if you want to stay at practice today or if you should just go home today. And they took some time in the locker room, maybe a little bit more than I thought they should, to figure that out. But they came out, they did a good job the rest of practice. But then after practice, that's when they chose to give me my Christmas present, and also gifts for all my family as well, all my kids and my wife. So touche on their part for sure. Thank you for being a part of our program. I couldn't be more thankful to be the head coach of this program and a Badger. I wanted to end with a special thank you to Tanner Fields for finding such a special way to portray our season. Tanner, you are a rising star, there's no doubt about that, and we are so thankful that we were able to get you to do this.